Tonight, how UNO Aviation is working with local organizations to help those who have a passion for flying soar to new heights. I'm Maren Krause.
And I'm Jared Kennedy. Coming up, Omaha receives national recognition for its low cost of living and great family environment. But the city also holds one title many may be surprised to learn about. These stories and more coming up next on the Omaha News.
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
Unusual to hear that many pilots discover their passion for flying at a young age. Luckily, local organizations and UNO are working together to make those dreams a reality. Frank Dolphin's passion for flying began when a relative invited him for a plane ride.
So he took me up on a plane out in Millard Airport, and that's when I first fell in love with it. And after he took me up, I knew that was exactly what I wanted to do.
Dolphins is learning to fly in order to graduate with a professional flight degree from UNO's Aviation Institute, which celebrated its 25th anniversary this year.
It was originally started primarily as a flight training program in a university environment.
Dr. Scott Terry, the director at the Institute, says they no longer have the operation they began with at Epley Airfield.
We rely on two flight training providers. We call them Advanced Air, which is at Council Bluffs Airport, and now Oracle Aviation, which is at Millard Airport here in Omaha.
David Poole, the general manager at Oracle Aviation, says it was their top priority to bring the FBO up to UNO standards of accreditation when Oracle moved into the Millard Airport in 2014.
The importance became to become a Part 141 school to help students attain their ratings.
Oracle offers a variety of planes for students to train with depending on their skill level. This is the Piper Cherokee 140, and it's 1 out of 10 airplanes used at Oracle Aviation to help train student pilots. It's built to maximize stability while flying, making it great for beginners. But no matter what point a pilot is in their career, flying comes down to one thing.
It's just you and the plane in the air and just no other worries.
Dr. Scott Terry says UNO's Aviation Institute is committed to helping students gain a leg up in the industry. Currently, that means using the Institute's resources to help develop curriculum within various departments at UNO. For example, assisting supply chain management, emergency management, and criminal justice develop courses focused on training and policies regarding unmanned aircraft services, otherwise known as drones.
Police have confirmed the 3 bodies found in the wreckage of a truck Tuesday evening are those of the 3 people who have been reported missing since last Saturday. Robert Baker, Patricia Padron, and Jonathan Rodriguez went missing after dinner and drinks in West Omaha. Baker's truck was spotted by Omaha police in West Papillion Creek Tuesday near 180th and Blondo. Authorities say the truck fell 40 feet and all 3 had died instantly. Investigators believe the truck was going east on Blondo, drove onto the field, across the creek, and struck the bank on the opposite side. That's when the vehicle rolled down the bank and came to a rest at the bottom of the creek. Omaha is ranked among the highest in the nation in terms of places to raise children and low cost of living. But how does our city stack up when it comes to entrepreneurship and small business startups? Talking to small business owners in Omaha, the stories are all so different, yet the similarities loom overhead like weird elevator music.
Trying to get the word out that we're here. Learning to build that clientele because it's not going to be there right away.
Just getting your name out there.
Stretch to make ends meet.
We're just really trying to break even and cover the rent.
True Blue Goods and Gifts opened last July, and owner Melissa Williams says the first year of business can be the most challenging.
People don't know we're here, I guess. So we're still figuring it out.
Entrepreneur.com ranks Omaha as the number 6 best city in the nation to open a small business. So what makes it so hard? Ben Swan from Green Street Cycles says it's all about commitment.
You got to be convenient for other people, not for yourself. And so There's a lot of personal freedom that comes with owning a business, but there's a lot of responsibility and a lot of hard work.
One small business owner in Omaha who elected to be interviewed off camera said Omaha is just the right size city to thrive by word-of-mouth referrals, and once you get the momentum going, it's easy to keep it there. Heather Kita is the owner of Heather Kita Jewelry and Design. Her business has thrived off reputation and word of mouth as well.
Building a clientele of people, and then they're like, oh, well, you make stuff. Like, yeah, it took a little while to get there, but I'm on my way.
So we have a lot of the amenities and services and stores that big cities do, but we're also still kind of growing into that. So it's kind of a nice time to be able to step into that and help the city grow.
Omaha has 138 small businesses per 10,000 people. Those looking for information on how to start a business of their own can attend the 5th Annual Midwest Entrepreneurship Conference held this Friday and Saturday at Coneco.
Still to come, the Omaha Storm Chasers held their media conference yesterday. How the team is gearing up for another season and their first game at Warner Park tomorrow evening.
But first, the UNO baseball team is preparing to take on the Cornhuskers tonight at Warner Park. Reporter Justin Eidelman is live at Warner Park with your game preview.
Create, innovate, discover. Coneco UNO Library, where scholar meets creative. Located in downtown Omaha, Coneco Library is designed to bridge education and creation. For students and community members alike, both loud in expression and quiet in nature, encouraging forward thinkers to collaborate in a beautiful space of creative scholarly consciousness. Coneco UNO Library, open space for your mind where momentum is accomplished.
I knew as a music teacher that there were festivals for piano students and that type of thing going up, but there was no real public recognition of children's achievements in music until they got to be in high school.
I was embarrassed because I was in middle school, but it was interesting because I didn't think I was good at that point because, you know, you're middle school, you're just, you could be best in the orchestra, but you're not sure.
I just remember the joy and the giddiness that these students had. They loved coming to the station and having a tour of the station, and it really meant a lot to them to actually have an interview at this radio station, and they were all so excited and so passionate about music.
When I became a classical kid, I got to go to the Gilsha Hum concert at the Jazz and Art Museum, and that concert completely changed my life. Being a classical kid really changed the thought of, could I do music professionally? It was really nice winning something like that. It was pretty good.
The classical kids idea was one that stuck because KVNO is all about classical music. It was perfect.
You're watching the Omaha News.
The UNO Mavericks baseball team recently started its conference games and has had a decent start to the season. Our reporter Justin Eidelman is live from Warner Park, where the Mavericks will take on the Huskers tonight at 6:35.
Thanks, Aaron. Mavs had a hot start to conference play this year, but that hot start came to a halt in their last series this past weekend. The UNO Mavericks baseball team is currently tied in second place in the Summit League standings, but struggled this past weekend against Western Illinois. The Mavs dropped 2 out of 3 games by losing Saturday and Sunday, and are currently 15-13 overall and 6-3 in conference play. Head coach Bob Harold says even though this series didn't go their way, the team needs to keep their foot on the gas and continue to play well.
Yeah, you know, we had a good start last year too. That momentum's big, and athletics, we gotta kind of keep that going a little bit if we can, and we didn't.
Despite dropping their past series against Western Illinois, the Mavs will look to bounce back against the Huskers at 6:35 p.m. tonight at Warner Park. Anytime you get an in-state baseball game, it's going to be a fun time. Sophomore first baseman Ryan Cates says he and his teammates are excited for the challenge against the Huskers.
Playing the Huskers is always a good time. I know for the seniors this year, it's a big one. They've been talking about it. We want to win, obviously. Just play our best, and see if we can come out on top. It's a big game.
After the game against the Huskers, UNO will get their first road test in Summit League play starting Friday in Brookings, South Dakota against South Dakota State. The Huskers swept the Mavericks the past year in their series and will be another great test for UNO. Tickets are $9 for adults and $5 for kids. Also, our Matt Barrows reports that tomorrow night is opening night for the Omaha Storm Chasers, and their 2016 begins with an 8-game homestand here at Warner Park.
Now that spring training is behind them and the roster is set, the level of excitement and anticipation is high inside Warner Park. The 2015 season was a mixed bag for the Storm Chasers. For the first time since 2010, they didn't win the Pacific Coast League. However, they did watch their major league affiliate, Kansas City Royals, go on to become world champions.
It's just a sense of pride to see what Dayton has done here to revamp the Royals and to make us a winning team again.
The minor league brings all types of different ball players together at different stages of their career, like veteran Brian Dunsing, who played the last 7 seasons with the Twins.
I feel like I still got a lot left, but you can't play the game forever, and I understand that. But I'm still here having fun and enjoying it. I think once I stop enjoying the game, then that's when it's time to get out.
Or the big hitter Brett Eibner, who seems to be on the cusp of a major league career.
If I'm not performing, there's no reason for them to call me up. So I'm looking forward to it. At some point, maybe this year, getting a call up. And but I'm here now, and I got to focus on playing well here and getting better with parts of my game that need it.
A philosophy expressed by President and General Manager of the Storm Chasers, Marty Cordero, is that minor league baseball isn't just about winning championships, but it's also about entertainment and community engagement, which is why they're very excited about a lot of new additions here at the ballpark. One being the Sun Valley Landscape Party Patio, which seats up to 100 people so that you can come to the baseball game as a group. Given all the park's new amenities, combined with the Royals' return to glory, the Storm Chasers are likely to bring out big crowds as they chase after a championship of their own. For the Omaha News, I'm Matt Barrows.
First up for the Storm Chasers for this weekend series is against the New Orleans Zephyrs. First pitch is thrown both Thursday and Friday at 7:05 p.m. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Justin. Nebraska's winningest women's basketball head coach is out. After 14 years, Connie Yori resigned Tuesday. Nebraska Athletic Director Sean Eichhorst issued a statement and said Yori is no longer the head coach. According to several media reports, Yori resigned after a 2-month investigation by the Nebraska Athletic Department into alleged mistreatment of players. Coach Yori released a statement yesterday highlighting that it was a difficult decision to step down, but it's been a challenging time for her and her family, and it was in everyone's best interest. She says she will always be a proud Husker.
After the break, looking to make a difference and a companion at the same time? Reporter Jamie Schmitz has all you need to know about taking in a foster animal.
And it's impossible to get spring without the annoying allergies. Some tips on how to keep allergy symptoms at bay, plus more, coming up next.
Just recently, MAV Radio has won several awards, both from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association as well as the Broadcast Education Association. And I think it just is proof that our students are doing work that is equivalent, if not surpassing, other students around the nation. So I'm really proud of where we've come, and I can't wait to see where we're going.
Watch ICU Learning English on the Knowledge Network.
But about how you're feeling right now. One thing you would like our viewers to know about this state.
The importance of volunteerism.
What are you saying to folks?
I'm here to discuss these images.
When you can take that knowledge and that expertise and that passion in terms that they're all going to understand.
They need to know the real stories.
I'm Kathy Wyatt. Join us for Consider This each week on NET1.
You've always known you were a leader, someone who works hard to achieve your goals. You can see it. You can see your success in front of you. You pursue a college education for the old-fashioned reasons, to learn, to make yourself more valuable, to succeed. You need a place that celebrates your ambition and positions you alongside visionary people just like you. You, my friend, belong here, the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
You're watching the Omaha News.
If you're looking to make a difference in an animal's life but don't want the long-term commitment that adopting an animal requires, then there's another option that you may want to look into. Jamie Schmitz explains why the Humane Society is looking for homes to foster an array of different animals.
You just have to be prepared to let the animal go back to the shelter, because that part was really hard for me.
Anna Salzman was unsure what it would be like to foster a dog through the Humane Society, but when she met the 7-year-old Doberman named Bailey, she knew that the next few weeks would be good for not just Bailey, but for herself.
I think she was just very appreciative of the care I was giving her.
Although there are some animals that only need the basics when fostered, there are some that need a little bit more than just some TLC.
One of the most common ones is medical. So a dog may have a leg amputated and needs a couple weeks just to kind of get back on his feet.
For foster homes, it's all about what you are comfortable with. The Nebraska Humane Society has many different options to fit your preferences and your schedule. Now's the time with the warm weather that cats are starting to be out and about. And in about a month, there's going to be a lot of these little guys running around Nebraska Humane Society, and they're going to need your help to get these guys ready for adoption.
They learn how to be a pet from the foster parents.
All the information about fostering is on their website, along with the application to become one. It didn't take long for Salzman to get an animal to foster after filling out the application. And looking back, she's thankful for the 2 weeks that she had with Bailey.
I felt really honored to take care of her. She's just a really, really sweet dog, and it was really hard giving her back to the Humane Society.
And then it only took a few short weeks for Bailey to get adopted, which, Salzman says, made it all worth it.
I was happy when I didn't see her picture on the website, because that meant she was adopted.
For the Omaha News, I'm Jamie Schmitz.
The Nebraska Humane Society is always looking for homes to help get animals ready for adoption, and the process usually only takes a week. If you're interested in fostering an animal, visit anyhumanesociety.org.
Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium is now proudly displaying the 6 elephants they had transported from Swaziland. The elephants arrived in Omaha from Africa on March 11th and were put into their indoor facility to allow them time to adjust to their new home. Just today, the 5 females and 1 male were put on display for visitors to finally see. The Omaha Zoo has been working to bring the elephants here since 2012. The last time the zoo had elephants was in 2011.
With springtime comes those pesky allergies. Alex Abler explored what allergies exactly are and when a person should go to the doctor.
Springtime is upon those in the Midwest. That means allergy season for many people. Some just brush off their symptoms and believe it's just allergies. But for some, it's more. Justin During, a UNO student, says that your prescribed allergy pills sometimes aren't enough.
My eyes were watering and itching, and my nose was constantly running, so I was trying different kinds. I'd been on my allergy meds, fexofenadine I believe is what I was prescribed, and I was trying to get it out in front of that. I'd been taking it for the last month. It didn't seem to work.
During also says that he believes his allergies got worse since coming to Nebraska. UNO's head athletic trainer Mike Nicola doesn't disagree.
A lot of times those people that live in different climates, okay, and then they move to Nebraska, they will end up developing allergies.
Nicola also says that many of your allergy symptoms are the same as the cold symptoms, but there is one main difference.
Watery eyes, red eyes, you're going to sneeze, you're going to have a runny nose, those symptoms as well with a cold, but in addition to that, you're also going to have possibly a sore throat, a ear pain, earaches. You may have headaches, sinus headaches, just from the congestion.
Nicola says to go to the doctor if you begin to have any respiratory issues or inflamed sinuses. For the Omaha News, I'm Alex Abler.
Nicola says that a person really should not wait until they feel their worst to go to the doctor. It's always better to get the symptoms checked out before the sickness or allergies get too bad.
A recent study shows that babies exposed to dogs and farm animals may be less likely to develop asthma by age 6. Dog exposure during infancy was associated with a 13% lower risk of asthma in children, while exposure to farm animals was linked to a 52% risk reduction. Children spending a lot of time around dogs or farm animals might be exposed to bacteria, helping them build an immunity. One researcher stated allowing a child to have a pet in their home not only enriches the family in many ways, but it also enriches that child's immune system.
Coming up, how one student organization on campus is working to not only create a safe and welcome environment, but spread awareness across the metro.
But first, bringing a bit of Sunshine State to the Cornhusker State, we'll tell you about all the work that went behind bringing artist Flo Rida to the UNO's Baxter Arena.
To you, it may just be one cigarette. But you're not the one who has to pick them up. Join Mav Radio and learn more on Wednesday, April 20th from noon to 3 p.m. with their live Earth Day coverage.
UNO Television gives students a chance to work in a real studio. Working on the TV crew, students get hands-on experience with lights, camera, and action. Working on a variety of shows gives students a leg up looking for jobs. In fact, many former crew members work at local stations. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for students to learn the science and art of TV production. UNO TV, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
The Baxter Arena isn't just for UNO hockey, and with the season now over, the university is taking full advantage of its new barn. Our Avery Wink is in the newsroom to show us how. Avery?
Thanks, Marin. Promoters and agencies set up concerts for those in the Omaha area every day, but there's something impressive about a group of students doing it. Maverick Productions, a student organization on campus, is responsible for the Flo Rida concert taking place Thursday. The lights are up, the seats are ready, and the stage is set for a luncheon? Well, it's set up for a luncheon now. This space will soon be filled with over 5,000 fans of Flo Rida, the award-winning rapper from, you guessed it, Florida. Public Relations Executive Lauren Harding says the process started last semester.
We took a student survey to kind of get an idea of what types of music students would want to see.
That survey concluded that pop music was the popular choice among students, and Flo Rida would be the artist. MavPro went through a middle agent to get in contact with Flo Rida's representatives, and the process moved on from there. Flo Rida is the most mainstream artist the Baxter Arena has hosted thus far. The event being created exclusively by Maverick Productions, a student organization, makes it that much more special to students attending. Right from the start, the MavPro staff knew it was going to take a team effort to make the event a success.
Our advisor made it clear that if we wanted this to be successful, we all had to put in work for it.
And they have, but the work isn't over yet. The staff will work over 12 hours the day of the show to set up and tear down.
We have set up basically almost all day. There's some of us that are going to be there from 8 a.m. till midnight.
The concert isn't catered to everyone, however. As UNO student Dan Downs tells us, Flo Rida's sound just doesn't appeal to some.
Flo Rida is not my type of music, so I probably won't be in attendance.
Tickets are still on sale at the Baxter Arena box office. They cost $5 for students and $15 for the general public. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Avery. Although the University of Nebraska at Omaha is a great place to attend college with students participating in many activities on and off campus, in some ways it still isn't very inclusive to its underserved student body. Sierra Watson has more on what UNO is going to do to fix this problem.
Through the west entrance of the Milo Bell Student Center, beyond the construction, and under the glass-walled stairway, sits the new home to UNO's student government agencies.
We have 5 student agencies that are actually under the umbrella of student government.
Manager Jessie Hitchens of the Women's Resource Center and the Gender and Sexual Orientation Center says that there is a need for centers like these here on campus.
Offices and spaces are so anyone who identifies as a woman is welcome, and who wants to be an ally with women and is about feminism is welcome in the Women's Resource Center.
Offices of Gender and Sexual Orientation here at UNO is nothing new. Students, faculty, and staff still hope that they will create not only awareness, but also an open dialogue. While attending the annual Transgender Day of Visibility, students gathered and signed up to gain the school support that they have been missing. Ms. Bastillos, a graduate student here at UNO, says that the new centers were created to be a safe place for fellow students like her.
I'm excited about it. I think that having physical space is important. It just creates that safe space quite literally, but then it's also just a notion, and it's almost quite political to have a space on a public university dedicated for this purpose, to create community, and I'm excited.
For the Omaha News, I am Sierra Watson.
Although construction is still happening at the Milo Bell Student Center, all of the student government organizations remain open. While all of these organizations offer different forms of care, all still welcome anyone interested in answers.
That does it for this week's edition of the Omaha News. From all of us here at UNO Studio, thanks for watching.
Make sure you tune in next week for more local and national news. Have a great night.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders, a place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.
Watch the Omaha News Wednesdays at 4 p.m. on the Knowledge Network.
The UNO Jazz Band is an internationally acclaimed ensemble that has toured both Europe and Asia 3 different times.
Hello, my name is Hector Tornes. I play the alto sax. It has helped me in so many ways that I can't even describe right now. It's really opened my mind. I'm being blessed right now and be able to play and learn.
Hey there, tune in to mavradio.fm on April 20th from noon to 3 p.m. Be ready for live music and reporters and ways to keep the earth healthy. See you there.